this is Leonie Dupuis from Maple Stitches. I am a small Etsy shop focusing on cross-stitch patterns as well as custom painted needlepoint canvases. And this is Flosstube number 1. So if you just watched my intro video, I just filmed it myself, and so I am here to start off floss tubing. So welcome to my little corner of the house. So being a medical student, I don't have my own big home and studio and all of that yet. So this is actually my everything space. So this is where I do my work, I study, my life, reading, cross-stitching, everything I do on this desk. So it's a really multi-purpose space here. But I think it's important to show that because I sometimes see these huge, beautiful studios and get, a little envious, but I think at the end of the day, it's the craft that speaks. And it doesn't matter where you get her done. It just matters that, you love cross-stitching, and that's what it's all about. So my little furry friend is maybe gonna topple this tripod. We will see, but I'm sure I'll introduce him some other day. I am a cat mom of a beautiful tabby named Soleil, which means sun. But focus, Leonie. This is Flosstube number 1, and I'm gonna get started with what I hope to do every time. I wanna share a work in progress, a finish, and a future plan every Flosstube. So, first off, work in progress. So I have been working on this for a few months now. This is Oology. Oology by Jody Rice from Satsuma Street. She is a very vibrant designer, and I've done a lot of her patterns actually. But what I like about this is that it's designed to be finished as 4 little standalone eggs whose colors coordinate, and she has them pictured here in a basket, and I thought this would be beautiful on an Easter morning table setting, and so I just had to do it. And I'm not a big bird person, to be honest. I normally am not called to stitch birds, but in this case I thought it was super cute. So I have been working on this, like I said, for a few months. Okay. So I finished already 1 of the 4 eggs. I'm using DMC threads, the called for threads, and I'm stitching right now on 28 count raw natural cashel. And now I'm working on egg number 2. And it looks like I'll be able to finish this guy probably by the end of this week, if not the next. But that is my current work in progress. Have any of you guys done some of Satsuma Street's designs? If so, let me know which ones. Honestly, they're all great. She is such a creative person, and if you follow her on Instagram, you can see some of her sketches. She's actually really well known for her Pretty Little Cities patterns. So she has these beautiful, colorful renditions of memorable moments in different cities around the world. And I haven't done any of the Pretty Little Cities, full disclaimer, but I do love some of her more floral patterns. And so that brings me to my finish of the day. So this finish is, as you can see, on a jean jacket. So Satsuma Street by Jody Rice, once again Jody, released this pattern around 2018, 2019. But point is, she released it around the time I was graduating from my bachelor's degree. And I was going on this big road trip with my girlfriends to celebrate graduating, and I wanted to have a big project to commemorate my graduation year. And so I saw Jody start stitching a jean jacket, and I said, oh my gosh, I want to stitch a jean jacket too. So here she is, all stitched up on the back. So this is a pattern by Satsuma Street. Oh no, I have a little thread hanging. I'll have to fix that. But it's just so vibrant, and The thing I will say is I never went and did any of the back stitching on here because I really liked it when I finished just the cross stitching. And if you're wondering how on earth did I cross stitch on a fabric like jean, I will say this is more of like a stretchy jean jacket. So it's got more of like a polyester content than maybe a full jean fabric, but it was a little hard. I'm not gonna lie. This took time and energy. And you know, they actually sell these sheets that you can put on top of the fabric, and you stitch them on, and then they serve as a grid, and when you're done you just pull at the threads. I will be sure to insert somewhere on the screen a photo of that process so that you guys have a better idea. But learning about that process kind of revolutionized cross stitching for me, because once you know about this little stitchable gridding, you can literally cross stitch onto any fabric. And I was mind blown because, you know, you go into any cross stitcher's house and you see Aida and linen everywhere. But imagine if you walk in and there's jean stitched, and you can have velvet stitched. And I just think it's kind of revolutionary because it really exceeds expectations, you know, like you don't expect to see cross stitching on non-weaved or non-gridded fabrics. So that is my finish. I love it very much. This took me a solid month of just, you know, sitting down and working on it for a few hours a day. She has this pattern in this colorway and then a more cool tone colorway. And I apologize, I forgot the name of the pattern, but I will be sure to write it on top of the video somewhere here. Next, something coming up. So this just came in the mail today. I'm going to open it with you guys. It comes from the Pumpkin Stitchery. So the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery is based out of California, and they do a lot of stitch-alongs. And I will be honest, you guys, I didn't even know stitch-alongs existed until about 6 months ago. I know, I'm late to the game, I'm late to the party, but this will be, starting in January 2022, my first ever stitch-along with the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And it's going to be their Little Red Riding Hood theme. So I think they're calling it the Little Red, or the Little Riding Hood Parade, something like that. And you know, they let you either buy the full kit with the fabric and threads, or you can just buy the pattern. But what I thought was neat is you could order just the fancy thread. So this is Classic Colorworks 100% cotton licorice red. So I have never gotten, you know, fancy threads. I've just been using my DMC threads. Once again, I'm still in school, I'm still a student, I'm still very much on a budget, but I treated myself to this because this, you know, is a first for me. And so not only will this be my first stitch along, but it'll be my first time using the fancy called for threads. And I am just excited to see how this goes. Their design style is very cartoony and, you know, very fun, and just very unique, you know, and story based. So I'm excited to see how this stitch along goes. Obviously, you guys know once you get down a rabbit hole, it doesn't stop. So once I found their stitch along, I started thinking about maybe joining a second stitch along for the new year. But we'll see. Once again, I'm in medical school. Free time is not exactly that plenty. But you know, there's always time to stitch. So that is my future project. And so today I'm going to Joann's to pick up the rest of the threads that I'm missing for that stitch along. And I am also going to be picking up a very specific yard of fabric that I will share with you in Flosstube number 2. But it's really beautiful. I saw it online and I just had to track it down. So I'm driving to the Joann's that's like an hour away from my house instead of the one 15 minutes away because I need this fabric. Okay, well, that was Flosstube number 1. I'm not so sure how I did. Please give me any feedback. What else do you want to know? You know, and I want to connect with you guys. Please subscribe, comment. Please come join me on Instagram, maple_stitches, or join my Facebook group, Maple Stitches Cross Stitching. Yeah. See you guys on the web.